Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. In this video we'll take a look at the Bitcoin price briefly, and then we go take a deeper look into the Cardano price and the price moves that have been happening. So with Bitcoin we start as always here on the daily. We can see this formation. We are still trading in this descending triangle. We yesterday broke out of a triangle formation here, and we're going to take a deeper look at that because that didn't quite play out, or we bounced back in, but I think we have to move the trend line a little bit. On the daily, nothing else has changed here. Still making lower highs here on the RSI, still in the bearish range. The MACD still going down, and the ADX still showing us a short signal. So even though we see that short recovery at the moment, and that was because we came down quite far yesterday on the, we can see it on the hourly on the RSI. That recovery was expected. I mentioned it yesterday evening in the video that we see a little bit of a recovery, probably because we just dropped too far in a day. And I'm sure we could see that on the Bollinger Bands as well, but I don't want to make it too long. Here we can see it, that we actually, we talked yesterday about this triangle here, and we bounced out. In my view, I think that wasn't really a breakout. I think yesterday, after that latest move to the downside, I think we have to move the trend line actually, because it more looks like that now, more like a descending triangle, not like a symmetrical triangle. Because we now have more touches here. We could even say we have a horizontal support line now, which would look even more bearish. You could say we have 3 touches here now, and that indicates that even stronger that the price will continue to go down further if you have that descending triangle where the sellers are just struggling to make higher highs and no higher lows, just lower highs, which we can see here. As we are moving into that apex, we had a high here. That was a bit of a exception in the middle here. W pattern, but we couldn't push the price higher. Then there was a last attempt to push through that support resistance line here at the top, and then we've been making lower highs. There is now an attempt for a recovery, but I think we won't get above 43,200, which is that resistance line here. And probably we will not get above 43,000 at all anyway, and then we will go down further into the apex and break to the downside. I could be totally wrong here, but I think that current recovery, that slight recovery that we can see here now after hitting nearly 40,500 yesterday was, you can see it here, we came actually nearly into the oversold area on the RSI on the hourly. So that is why we can also see the MACD going green at the moment, because we're just recovering a little bit because of that oversold area, but we're currently getting into the bullish range here on the hourly on the RSI. Seems like we are currently going down a little bit because we can't hold in that area at the moment, but you can see over the last few days we've always been a little bit in the bearish range as well, but most of the time we spent down here, and yeah, it is what it is. I still can't see a trend reversal to the upside yet, and a good day doesn't make a trend change. Okay, so let's take a look at Cardano. Similar picture. Let's quickly start on the daily here, where we are also trading in a descending wedge, very similar to Bitcoin. And we have, in the last few days, we've been trading between this resistance zone up here and this support zone down here. This support zone also marked back here on the 21st of September, the price touching the descending wedge support line. And yesterday we dropped all the way down to $2.03, and I'm going to take a closer look at that on the hourly chart. As you remember, we made a bearish cross here of the 50 and the 20-day moving average on the 25th of September. So that 20-day moving average is now providing resistance. Will go down further, will stroke, it's just another resistance level to get through. On the daily we can also see we are in the bearish range on the RSI. MACD is still going red, and the ADX down here still giving us a short signal with that red directional index line being above the green line. And in summary here on the daily, can't see anything changing. On the hourly at the moment, what we can see is that we are forming a W pattern here, double bottom, which is actually a reversal pattern. So we're approaching that neckline here, actually just at this moment. So do we break out or not to the upside? But even that breakout target, I think, wouldn't push us much higher than the recent high that we marked here at around 213. So, you know, I think we are continuing our way down. There's an attempt now to form a bottom here. I still don't think we've seen it, also because of Bitcoin not having seen the low yet, and you know that Cardano is oftentimes doing what Bitcoin is doing. And on the hourly here, you know, that was exactly when I did my update video yesterday here, down here, and I said, you know, we came down that far now, that on one day that we will see a small recovery, possibly up to yeah, I can't remember which level I said, I think 213 or so, but I said we'll see a small recovery because we are currently, oh, probably here this line it was, because we had this descending trend line coming down here yesterday, and that is what we are touching now as well. Just because we came into the oversold area, even more than Bitcoin was. So we came into the oversold area on the RSI, which is why we are currently where we saw this recovery here. Then we came down. Actually, we marked after that recovery that we saw after the oversold area, after we came in there, we made a lower high even. So that is not good. And now we are seeing actually something like a bullish divergence, where the RSI is going higher than the previous high, where the price doesn't really pushes a little bit higher. It's not a true bullish divergence because we don't make an, you know, you only see a bullish divergence if you make a lower high, for example, or a high low. And no, sorry, if you make a lower high, for example, and the RSI is still pushing higher, well, it's not, it is pushing higher, but we're actually at the same level as before. So yeah, it's not a true bullish divergence, but it seems like that temporarily we might form a bottom here, but I think that's only short term. We are now in a descending triangle here on the hourly, you can see that, and possibly today we're going to move into that apex and break down further. And again, that is not just talking the price down, that is based on Elliott Wave method and what Bitcoin is doing as well. And I gave you my price targets yesterday. If you're interested in that, you can watch the video yesterday. It was a bit more detail in it, but in summary, we want to get further into that target zone, which is actually between the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level and the 0.786 Fibonacci retracement level at 145. So between 181 and 145. I know that sounds quite bearish, but it's actually a bullish scenario because this is the fulfillment of a corrective wave within an Elliott Wave 5 wave and corrective wave pattern. And from here, we will continue our way to the upside to a wave 3, finalize the wave 3 that we're currently forming. And with a price target of at least 450, I still expect that this year. And we took a look yesterday at what was happening last year. And last year we didn't get out of this bearish market or short-term bear market until middle or end of October. So it might be a few more weeks of a little bit of pain, and then hopefully we will see that trend reversal. That is still my primary scenario. And you know, in financial markets, everything is always possible, but based on the information I can see now, I don't see the downtrend stopping at the moment. We have hit the target box or target level already, but it looks like we haven't seen that trend reversal yet, so I expect us to come down once more. And from then on, we should really see the price push to the upside. And yeah, hopefully you liked that update. If you did, please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.